All right, here we go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics. And today is my sneak peek video. What is that, you ask? Well, I do auctions every now and again, and anytime I have an auction, I always do 1 week before the auction starts a sneak peek video where I basically just show the front of the book and tell you what it is, so you can get a preview of the comics that are going to be in the auction a week before. And if you watch this before the auction starts, which will be on Sunday, March 15th, that's next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you can't make that auction, or you don't want to worry about being outbid or getting into a bidding war, up until today, up until the auction starts next week, you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, and I'll put the email address. It's right in the center there, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Make an offer on one, two, or all of the books. And if I accept the offers, that book is no longer for sale on the auction. So it's a way where you can not have to worry about missing the auction, or like I said, be outbid because somebody, was willing to pay more than you were, or getting into a bidding war and spending more than you wanted to. So, another benefit, if you want to join my paid Patreon members, and I'll give a shout out to all of my paid Patreon members, they get 1 week's early access before the sneak peek video. So last Sunday, I gave people the ability that were paid Patreon members, and you can join at any time at patreon.com/we love comics. And they get a week to make a offer on any of the books and ask for the list before anybody else gets to see it. And one of the books, as a matter of fact, the biggest book in the auction, I won't say the name of the person unless they want to put it in the comments section, or if they end up in the live chat, they can say it. Otherwise, I won't share their name. But the biggest book that was going to be in this auction is no longer available because they made me a fair offer and they are making a deposit on Monday. So I will show the book at the end because of the fact if the person messages me and changes their mind, maybe they had something happen and they can't spend the money, or they don't make the payment, I will list it on the auction only if they end up not making deposit or telling me they changed their mind for whatever reason. So I'll show it just in case. But that book, as of now, has been taken off of the auction because the person gave me an offer that I accepted, and they said they're going to be sending me a deposit on Monday. So I give everyone the benefit of the doubt that they will keep their word, but I will show it at the end just in case, again, if they change their mind or something comes up and they can't do it. Payment plans are available, so keep that in mind if you need them. But obviously, if you pay for it in full, you get the book right away. So let's give a shout out to my paid Patreon members: Sith Lord Michael B, Tan N, Herbert R, Annabelle N, Kim N, Blessed, Joey S, Ashton H, Stan Start, Brian Hood, who is not only a paid Patreon member, he joined and is so far the only person that has joined my membership program. Check out my membership program because there's actually things like free comics that you can get depending on the level of the membership you join, even graded comics. So Brian Hood is not only a paid Patreon member, but he is also the so far the first person to join my membership program, which I only started about 2 or 3 days ago. You can check him out at Hood Collectibles on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, check out Brian Hood at Hood Collectibles. Also on Instagram, check out at Scott WU077. Last but not least, check on Instagram at Silver Age Surfer _comics. So if you become a paid Patreon member, regardless of the amount that you contribute, your name will be up on this board. And like you see with the last three people, if instead of just mentioning your name, if you want me to put your Facebook page or your YouTube channel or even a website, if you have your own home business, let me know. And again, it's peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, and I'll put that up. It's my way of saying thank you. And as you can see on the bottom below where it says the patreon.com/we love comics, paid members will get early access to any of my live auctions. So you get to see and know what books are going to be available 2 weeks before the auction and 1 week before I do the sneak peek video. So it does pay. to become a member. Now, it's either Patreon or you can become a member and join my membership. Either one will allow you to get that access when it comes to auctions. So I'll leave it up to you. As long as you are a current paid member on PayPal, I'm a Patreon or my membership, just show proof, ask for the list, and you'll be able to do what no one else can as far as my auctions are concerned. Now, ways to pay. I do accept, and I even have people overseas that have sent me cash, check, or money order. Now, if you send cash, you can get a discount depending on the price, anywhere from a 2% discount up to a 7% discount. You'll get free domestic shipping and handling, or if you're international, it'd be 10% off of the shipping, and you'll get a free comic. If you send a check or money order, keep in mind a check takes 10 business days to clear. So I'd highly recommend a money order. But if you send a check or money order, you can get anywhere from a 1% to a 6% discount on the price, half price domestic shipping, and a free comic. Or if you're international, you'll get 5% off of the shipping cost. If you use Venmo or Cash App, your bonus is a free comic. And I do accept PayPal, but there are no discounts with the PayPal. The payment plans range anywhere from 2 months up to 2 years, depending on the dollar amount. And that's for total, not just per comic. So if you get several comics and they equal a certain amount, you can get up to, like I said, anywhere from 2 months up to 2 years for a payment plan with no interest. 25% deposit has to be done to be able to hold the comic for you. And make sure once you make your first deposit, make sure you write down on a calendar every 30 days to make another payment. Otherwise, there is a $25 late fee. Also, let's say you have a 6-month payment plan. If you do not pay within the 6-month period as agreed, it's $25 charge every month past the agreed upon date. So keep those things in mind. I want to make sure that people get offers that you can't get anywhere else. But I also want to make sure, because I sell these to pay bills, because not only did we have to spend hundreds of dollars on my cat Shy and the previous cat that we lost 2 weeks ago, but we had to get an electrician 2 days ago because our living room, all the panels just decided we don't want to work anymore. And if you know anything about electricians, they don't work cheap. So the selling comics is my way of earning a living to get bills paid. So please keep that in mind. So we got Andrew Jensen says daylight savings is awesome. It's always good to have an extra amount of daylight, unless you're a vampire. So to all the vampires out there, I'm sorry to hear you lost an extra time, an extra hour, but it is what it is. If you're an evil vampire, well, shame on you. All right, so um, if you want to pause this, there's some of the auction rules. Obviously, the auction isn't today. It's next Sunday, which is the 15th. This is the sneak peek video where you can actually make an offer. You can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And if you see one of the books or a couple of the books and say, hey, I'm interested in these books, I'm willing to offer this and this and this price for these books. If I say yes, that's fair, they never see the light of day of auctions. Now, I don't go into full detail today. That saves for the auction next week. And remember, it's 3 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm just basically showing the book. And then if you see any that tickle your fancy, you can contact me again right here. You can check in the middle at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. So you have a week before that. Also, keep in mind, if you end up missing or forgetting about the auction, I always allow any unsold books to be able to be purchased for whatever I have the starting bid as within 1 week after the auction. So, like I've told people on many occasions, between 90% and even up to 100% of the people that buy from me either buy before or after the auction. I've had a few auctions where during the live auction I sold 0 comics. And in the end, I ended up selling about at least half of them on the list. So it is risky taking the chance to wait, because like I said, one book has already been taken off the list, and it's the best one because one of my paid Patreon members asked for the list, and they got it and made an offer on a book. And as long as they honor their deposit, like they said that they're going to do on Monday, I'm holding it for them until I hear otherwise, or they just have the days come and go. So with that being said, let's show the books that will be in the auction. Any questions, you can email me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. But like I said, I'm not going into major details. I'm just showing the books that will be up for sale so you can prepare, and you have a week to do it. So first book will be Showcase number 30. That is a 2.0. Contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com if you're interested in making an offer on that book. Doctor Doom is coming. This is the origin of Doctor Doom. This is Fantastic Four Annual 2 at a 3.0. So if you're interested in acquiring that book, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. This one, the book isn't special as far as first appearance or anything. This is Uncanny Avengers number 1, the blank variant, but it is signed and confirmed by the great late Stan Lee, EGS 9.0 with white pages. So if you're looking for a more affordable Stan Lee signature, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, or you, like I said, you could wait for the auction, which will be Sunday, March 15th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Next book, we got ourselves Captain America, issue 117, first appearance of the Falcon. Nice mid-grade book at a 5.5. So if that's a book that you've wanted to add to your collection, because you notice, for the most part, I sell key books. I'm not trying to get rid of filler comics where you're spending $10 for 100 books. I sell books that you can actually want to add to your collection or use one day for trade bait or to sell later on. Here's one of those books. This one's a CGC book, 5.0. First appearance of the Shocker, Amazing Spider-Man 46. So this will be up for sale in the auction, or you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com with an offer. Next up, another key book, Hawkman number 4. First appearance of Zatanna. Nice lower grade. Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. Low grade is better than no grade. 3.0, as you can see. Even in lower grade, they present very well. I have another Fantastic Four Annual 2, Origin of Doctor Doom. This is a higher grade, so pretty close to mid-grade. 4.5. A little bit nicer cover, much brighter. So if grade matters to you, price matters to me. Grade does not matter to me because whether you have a 10.0 or a 0.5, you own the book. We also got Kim in the house. Good to see you. He says, happy daylight savings time. Spring forward an hour. Absolutely. The good thing is these days, all cell phones do it for you. All right, next book that'll be available at the auction, or you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. X-Men number 3. First appearance of the Blob. Nice lower grade. I love lower grades because they are more affordable. Most people are not going to be able to afford a 9.6 or a 9.8 of this book, but more people will be able to buy lower grade books so they can add it to their collection and they could be a proud owner of the first appearance of Blob. But again, 3.0, it's not ripped to shreds. It's not missing half the cover or anything like that. So it does show well. And I'll just say right here, it says writing on the front cover. Just to show that, because you could see somebody at some point wrote their name. They wrote, it's kind of faded. So it's not like it's incomplete or anything like that. Peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com if you want to make an offer on that one. Next up, another nice big boy book. Amazing Spider-Man number 20. First appearance of the Scorpion. Nice, even mid-grade book, 5.0. I do want to make sure that you know last page was removed, but as you can see, that does not affect the story. So it is an incomplete 5.0, but that makes it more affordable because the last page, it's just an advertisement page, so it does not affect the story at all. One of the benefits of being able to get a more affordable version, if you might not be able to afford a complete version, especially in a mid-grade, and still own the first appearance of a character. That's the beautiful thing about it being slabbed, is you really don't care about the page because you don't see it. Some people have an issue, and that's perfectly fine, but I make sure I disclose all information. So if you're interested in this book, you could wait for the auction, or you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com and make an offer. Got a lot of Spider-Man books this time around. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 12. This is the third appearance, or is it the second appearance? I just want to make sure. Third appearance, yes. Because the second appearance, I think, is issue 7, I believe. But still, early appearance, the third appearance of Doc Ock. So if you can't afford the second appearance, or especially the first appearance, nice little mid-grade book, 4.5. If you're interested in making an offer on this book, getting a nice early Spider-Man book, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Next up, got a Golden Age book. This one doesn't have any significance in it. It's just an earlier Wonder Woman. This is issue number 22. This came out in 1947. So if you'd like a Golden Age early Wonder Woman at a 3.0, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And just to show you, off-white to white pages. Not bad at all from the book from the 40s. So if you are interested in Golden Age books, especially Golden Age early Wonder Woman appearances, here's a chance to get a book by auction or by contacting me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. All right, this one's a CBCS book. Justice League of America, issue number 1. It is a 1.5. Centerfold is detached. I just wanted to make sure there's no restoration or anything. So it is complete. No restoration. 1.5 CBCS grade. First issue of Justice League of America. Now, the first appearance of the JLA is Brave and the Bold 28, but this is their first ongoing series. Definitely a key book to have in your collection. Lower grade makes it more affordable. Peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And as you can see, the books get better and better as we go. Next book up, Early X-Men, X-Men number 9. First appearance of the X-Men versus the Avengers. First crossover between the two characters. And also the first appearance of Lucifer. This is a 4.5, so a nice mid-grade book. Again, X-Men are coming to the MCU, so these books are not on the decline, they're on the incline. So I'm selling you books that still have potential to continue to go up. So if you're interested in adding this book to your collection, you can try the auction Sunday, March 15th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Next up, nice mid-grade. This is an older label of PGX, but it is complete. It is a nice mid-grade 5.0. Of course, this is Fantastic Four, number 48. First appearance of Galactus in a cameo and Silver Surfer, so very good key book. Again, nice, solid, right down the middle grade for this book. You can see, looks in pretty good condition. The reason it's a 5.0 is it has the subscription crease all the way down, and the highest grade you can get with that is a 5.0. So it's got the highest grade with that. 4 more books, and then, like I said, the last one is no longer available for sale, but I'm going to show it anyway, just in case if the person that said they're leaving a deposit either changes their mind or doesn't do it. All right, nice high grade on this one. Ghost Rider number 1. Johnny Blaze's first ongoing series. A nice 8.0. So for those of you who like higher grade books, this book is beautiful. The colors absolutely pop on this book. It is also the first cameo of Damian Hellstorm. So Ghost Rider also going to be appearing in the MCU. Means books like this are going to continue to go up. So, I always say when I sell books that have the potential to go up, if they don't sell, I'll just hold on to them and let them increase in value. Next up, this has page 2 is partially torn. So it affects the story, but it is still complete because of the fact that the page isn't missing. There's a piece of it missing, and it affects part of the story. But we got X-Men #4. First appearance of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. First appearance of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. It's a nice lower grade book. Even in low grade, go look these up, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very expensive book. And of course, also a very early appearance of Magneto. Here's your chance to own a lower copy, but still own the first appearance of Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com if you want to make an offer, or you could wait for the auction. Another higher grade book. Again, I'm selling books that are going to be on the incline. I'm not selling books that, like the first appearance of Captain America lifting Thor's hammer, because that's not worth anything these days. I'm selling stuff where you're going to have potential of them still having room to grow for you financially. X-Men #94. The new X-Men. This is the new start of their series. Nice high grade of 8.0. Again, very gorgeous cover, especially when you're talking mostly black. These are much harder to get in higher grades. So this isn't the first appearance of the new X-Men, but it's the first in the ongoing series, because of course Giant Size X-Men #1 is their first appearance, but this is where they continue on and became the most popular version of X-Men, arguably speaking. Chance to get that at an 8.0. All right. Last book, and then I'll show you the technical last book. For Venom fans, this is Venom Lethal Protector issue #1. This is the gold variant. There were only 11,000 of these that were printed. This is a 9.8. These are very hard to find these days, especially in higher grade. And just to show you, it does say gold edition, 1 of 11,000. So this book is absolutely great book to get. Rumors are Venom is going to be coming into the MCU, potentially with the next Spider-Man movie. Of course, take any rumor with a grain of salt until it happens. Here's your chance to get a 9.8 with, by the way, white pages. So if you're interested in that, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And the book, because of one of my Patreon members, one of my paid Patreon members, and I'll show this really quick. Again, if you join at patreon.com/WeLoveComics, whatever amount you put, it doesn't matter, because any amount is always appreciated. And remember, the majority of proceeds, at least 90 to 95% of it, goes helping me towards helping all the stray animals that I take care of. So if you like the fact that the money is not going towards me buying champagne or, going out partying, but using it towards good causes, um, you can contribute at any amount and it will be appreciated. You'll get your name up here. But the other benefit is you get to message me a week before this and every sneak peek video, so you can ask for the list. The person asked for the list, made an offer on this book. I accepted it, and now they said they're going to be mailing out a deposit on Monday. So the only reason I'm showing it is if the person changes their mind or does not make the deposit and just disappears. I unfortunately have had people do that in the past where they say they're going to pay for something and they just disappear. I don't know why. You could just tell me you changed your mind. I'm not going to be hurt. But if the person honors it, it's not for sale, but I'm showing it just in case they change their mind. So this book is no longer for sale. Now, this is the advantage of being able to get the notices before anybody else. So, of course, this is Daredevil #1. It is complete. First appearance of Daredevil. Lower grade makes it more affordable, but, first appearance of Daredevil is not cheap in any grade. But it's complete. No restoration, no missing pages. Off-white pages, by the way. 1.8. So one of my paid Patreon members, and again, I won't mention who it is unless they want to mention it, they can. But they made an offer. I accepted it, and they said they're going to make a deposit on Monday. So, like I said, the reason I'm showing it here now is if for some reason they say they can't do it, or they just don't ever make the deposit and just disappear, um, Only if those things happen, that book will be for sale next Sunday. If those one of those two things happen. Otherwise, that's the advantage of being one of my paid Patreon members or people watching the sneak peek video today, because you'll have up to today, up until next week, to make an offer on any of these comics, and they won't be in the auction either. So here's your chance, ladies and gentlemen. Peacefulfeelings at yahoo.com. Again, you could show all the different ways to pay. You will get discounts for cash, and trust me, I've had a couple of people that have done that before. I've even had people overseas. So if you're one of those, well, we'll put it this way: if you're anybody that's ever ordered from me from one of my auctions, put it in the comment section, share your experience, let people know. Now, I don't want anybody to say anything other than their honest experience. So I'm not trying to tell people, oh, only say good things, but say good things if you experience good things. So if you're anybody that's ordered from me in any of my auctions before, put a nice little detailed description of your experience from beginning to end, and check it out in the comments section. Hopefully, one or two of you will be kind enough to do that. So those are the books, ladies and gentlemen. The auction is Sunday, March 15th, the next Sunday coming up, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And like I say, even if you end up either forgetting or missing the auction for whatever reason, people will have 1 week after the auction ends to be able to purchase any of the books for the price that I said that they will be the minimum price for them, unless more than one person asks for the book. Then there'd basically have to be a bidding war between the two or three or multiple people to get any of the books. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You can thumb it up, you can thumb it down. I'll leave it up to you. Subscribe or unsubscribe. Join my membership program, or check me out on the Patreon and have that ability. Because remember, I just started a membership program only a couple of days ago, and that will also qualify for you to be able to get your name up here, and also to get the request 1 week before the sneak peek video and 2 weeks before any auction. So check out my membership program, because there's giveaways to give away as well, depending on what membership you choose to subscribe to. So our shout out goes to Kim and Andrew, the only two people here in the live chat. I appreciate both of you, whether you're still here or not. If you want to critique the AI art, positive or negative, I'll leave it up to you. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. If you know anybody that loves to purchase comics, especially key comics, if you could share my YouTube channel and tell them about the auction, it really helps. Because, like I said, the money that I use to sell the comics is to pay for bills. And whatever I have left over, get a couple of comics. So, thanks for watching. I look forward to your emails. And don't forget to have your troll spayed or neutered. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you